Hi, good evening. This is Sylvia Aguilar. I am one of the co-founders of SPARC, and SPARC is Strategic Professional Advancement and Referral Community. We are more of a community than just a referral group. We have 3 chapters here in Las Vegas. We have all our chapters meeting at the WeWork locations. One is at Town Square, and we have a lunch meeting that happens from 12 to 1:30 every Wednesday at the Summerlin location of WeWorks. Our Monday night chapter meets from 5:30 to 7, and our Tuesday night chapter meets from 5:30 to 7 at the WeWork at Town Center. Again, I apologize, it's Town Square. I've been always thinking of Town Center, but it's Town Square, right off the corner of Las Vegas Boulevard and Sunset Road. So those are our 2 chapters that meet there. And today we have Janice. Janice, hi. Please tell me, you pronounce your name better than I do. So it's Janice?
It's Janice Tomalka-McCurdy, and I am with Legacy Mobile Notary Services. I am the owner and operator of the company. I make it easy to notarize where life happens. People need a notary, and it's hard to find one, or they need to have something done in a matter of minutes versus hours, and I can just tell them, okay, it takes me about 20 minutes from where I'm at. I'll meet you there.
Awesome.
Notarize in a parking lot if that's what's needed, or on a hood of a car.
All right. Well, when you need quick service, sometimes I know I've used a notary many times. I have a couple of homes here that I needed a notary, like, hey, I need to sign these papers. I need you to get down here. And it's always good to have someone like that. I unfortunately didn't know you in 2020 when I bought these homes, but it's great to know you now. I know that you just joined SPARC not too long ago. How long have you been with us?
It's been about 6 months since I have joined SPARC as well. It was probably about just before the end of spring.
Oh, okay.
I remember meeting Thomas and Mary both at a mini expo event that I was a part of.
Okay.
And they had let me know about SPARC, and I'm like, okay, let me see what this is about. Get myself out there. I just started the business beginning of the year too. So any way I can to get myself out there and not spend a whole lot of money doing it, as well as just creating something different. I don't see many other notaries do what I do, but also set myself apart from what others do.
Okay. So let me try to think of, can you give me some examples of the type of documents that you notarize? Because I know what you can do, but tell our community out here, when they need you, it's because what kind of documents you need them to verify, or you're verifying their identity. Correct. That's what I understand what notary does.
That is correct. I do verify their signature being a notary through either old driver's licenses, passports, really an identification that verifies that this is the person in front of me. And then it's anywhere from wills, trust to, the homestead form for the school district, actually. So, the school district wants to verify, yes, the child lives in the home. No, it's not both parents, but yes, the child lives in the home. And the other parent or the other, party is okay that the child lives there.
Okay.
So I've seen that too. It's really lately has been a lot of wills and a lot of trusts that people have been getting in order and enacting, as well as a lot of power of attorneys.
Power attorneys, that's right.
And it's huge out here. The elderly is, I think, being mostly, at least there's people finally in their corner trying to help them. And that's when I've noticed I've gotten the most calls, but they do want to make sure so that the homes don't sit in probate for years to come, that is already in a trust.
Great. Okay. Now, I remember a couple of years ago, not too many, but it's been a while. I used to manage a soccer team. And when I traveled with these 20 boys all over the country, because we did, tournaments, right? Mm-hmm. I had to get a notary to come and notarize that I had temporary guardianship of these 21 boys. So if they got hurt and we were across the United States, mom and dad isn't there, And so I was in charge of making sure that child got, emergency care. So I had all their information from their health insurance And then
Oh,
their
wow.
parents had to give me temporary guardianship. So we had a notary come out, and this was back in California. So like I said, it's been a while. But we did have a notary come out and notarize 21 documents to give me. And every time we would travel, that document was good for X amount of time. And then, further down the road, and if the child turned a certain age, we'd have to get it notarized again. So my notary in California loved it. I can tell you that, because I was constantly calling her saying, hey, we got another tournament, Easter tournaments, 4th of July tournaments, you name it. And a lot of parents listening out there, if you have children and you're on any kind of sport, and this was for soccer, but if your child is traveling out there and there's a manager, you have to make sure that those managers understand that they can't just walk into a doctor's or a hospital or urgent care and bring a child in. The first thing they're going to say, where's the parents?
Yeah.
And they won't even treat you, or they're going to have to, like, if it's an emergency, they'll treat. But by the time you're calling that parent, hey, your son needs this or your daughter needs this,
right?
It could be a matter of life and death. So again, you have guardianship. And so those are very important documents. If you are in a team, if you have children that are in a team, that's an important document. I also, for employment and immigration services, I know that when I've been asked to verify my residency or my, that if I'm legal to be here, I have a lot of companies who ask for that. And then I'm like, seriously, now you're asking me? I've been working with you for like 3 years. And it's okay. They because of the new laws that are changing on immigration, they're going to be asking for these things, and that's fine. And trust me, the next one they call me on, I'll be calling you, because I have to get it all notarized. So those are documents that I'm pretty sure you're starting to see more.
I'm starting to see a lot of different documents coming through, and the way people want them done. And even just thinking about it too, you were talking about the kids that you were having to manage across country sometimes. Also doctors who don't usually leave their offices because they have patients back to back so much, and they need their certifications renewed and notarized, and they have to, like, their office secretary or office manager has to call someone out, and sometimes it takes them all day to even get someone. And it's like, I think because a lot of the notaries out here are biased to what they want to help people with. And I'm like, I want to be able to help everybody. I really do, because you can't just sit there and say, no, I'm sticking with one area of, notary services, when everybody needs something done at one point or another. Most of the time, even think about it, when you sell your car, if you sell it to a private person and it's already paid off, you have to have that title notarized. Either already notarized by someone saying that you're signing off on it, and the person who's buying it, so it just makes it easier. Right. But still, it's another hassle.
Because if you do sell a car, and I'm going to tell you from experience, by the time I sold a vehicle on a weekend, and had them sign off, bill of sale, but I didn't get it notarized like you said I suggested to do. And that person ended up having a wreck before Monday, before I could go to DMV.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, guess who got the bill for the wreck?
You did.
I did. And
it was still under your insurance.
It was still under my insurance. So I didn't take it off immediately, because I thought, let me get to DMV.
Right.
And then, lo and behold, when the attorneys called because of the wreck, and it was the gentleman who bought my vehicle's fault. They tried to tie me into it. I luckily was able to prove by the bill of sale that I had sold it. So I literally came off the hook. But had I had it notarized, I could have probably avoided all that. And I could have just submitted that paperwork to the attorney, and they would have just said, nope, it's the new owner's fault, right?
Yeah.
So those are very important paperwork that I should have gotten done, and I've learned my lesson since then.
Oh, of course.
So again, another instance that I think the community should be aware of, because of the immigration laws, right?
Definitely.
We have a lot of people who are still here in the community. And immigration has been tough. If someone who is here that is not legal and their children are here, even though the children were born here, I highly suggest, and this was a suggestion from an attorney friend of mine, that they give guardianship to someone else, because if they get picked up and those kids get picked up and there's no one to vouch for those kids go with them too, and they get deported as well. And then they can cross over, but the parents can cross back. So if they have guardianship, legal guardianship papers to a family member, even to the neighbor, those kids stay here. So that's very important, especially in today's society and today's what's going on with immigration. So that's very important paperwork that
definitely
your services are greatly needed, and I appreciate that you do that out there for them. I know a lot of document centers are out there willing to do, but like you said, people work, and by the time they get out of work and they don't have time, these document centers close at 5,
right? And
people work until 5. So how are you going to get that done? Having someone like you able to work even a little past closing time or weekends or anything like that, that is also such a huge advantage to the community, and knowing that someone will come to you. May cost a little extra, and I know it does, but to have the peace of mind that I took care of that legal paperwork, and that car sale is not going to come and bite me like it did last time, or knowing that if I'm in charge of someone, that person is, my responsibility, and I don't have to wait till I speak to the other people. I know that I can take care of them, right?
Of course.
So that's important. Again, so I do highly, suggest managers out there who are in charge of these teams, get a hold of Janice here, and she'll more than happy do your whole entire team.
Most definitely. And even with hospices and senior communities, they don't always know who to go look for, and the family members don't always know because they don't live here.
Right.
Yeah, you can scroll Google and Yelp and all these other avenues, but they could also just ask the administration who's at the front desk or the nurse's station, and they'll be like, hey, wait, I've seen someone's business card. Let me get you their information.
Good.
And that's the easiest way to also get my name out there to people, to where it's like, yeah, I am going to come by and help you.
Good.
You just have to be able to give me the notification sooner than later.
Right.
And yes, I can't take it, the day of, which is great too, but I like to book ahead of time.
Yeah, give me a little bit of lead time, so at least I know I can work around my schedule.
Yes,
and that's also awesome. So, what is the best way how they can reach you? What's
social
your email
media avenues is all my full name is Janice Tomalka, is all on social media. Legacy Mobile Notary Services. Also, you can find it that way. Phone number is 702-604-2057.
Okay, an email address.
notarizewithlegacy@gmail.
At Gmail. Okay.
Yes. And you can also send me a text message. You can even go to my website, which is Legacy Mobile Notary Services, LLC, at LLC.com. Sorry.
Okay, say it one more time just so that the community can spell it out.
Legacy Mobile Notary Services, LLC.com.
Okay.
You can make an appointment right there on the calendar, right there on the website.
Awesome.
Okay. And I'd love to be able to get to know you and see if there's anything I can assist you with. And if by chance I don't have greater knowledge of a document, I'll figure it out and I'll still help you. Because I'm always learning, and I feel like we're always learning together.
Great. Okay. And I'm hoping SPARC is there for you to, let the community know at large of what your services is at. I'm so happy to have you as a member. My next notary is going to come from you, because that's the one thing about SPARC. We do tend to use our members first. If you're too busy or something, then I'm forced to go outside. But other than that, it's always our members first for whatever services they have. And then again, recommendations to all my clients, because I like I said, I do run 3 companies. So I do let anybody in, and I just as you were talking about the senior services, I've got a referral for you already. Because I'm just about to do a senior community, and they don't have a notary. So we'll be referring you there and making sure maybe you can come out with me when I go out.
That would be awesome.
So that'll be good. Again, we're all about referring our community and letting know that when you're part of SPARC, you become part of that community. And then you're well vetted, you're trusted. We know you, we get to learn about you, we get to know what you're good at. And then it's easier for me to refer somebody that I already know, I trust, I like.
Yes.
Those are the three things that you need to make sure that that referral is a genuine referral. And people will come back to me and say, hey, thank you so much for referring me someone.
Yes.
Because I know, they did a really good job for you and they did a really good job for me. And then that makes me feel really good that our community is growing and it's doing what it's supposed to be doing. And that's out there spreading the word that we have a community. We're not just a referral group. We're a community of professionals
Yes.
who are out there wanting to service our community and making sure that everything, comes back to us. Like, some of our other members who are coaches told us, we manifest abundance. And this is one way of doing it. By
Yes, it is.
making sure that our community is good and growing.
Definitely.
So thank you again for coming out and doing SPARC Cast with us. Again, look out for our next event. It's going to be an expo, SPARC Expo, in October the 2nd. More details will be coming out on that, and hopefully we'll all see you then.
Thank you.